Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. This is a different review from the type of content that you typically see on my channel. I do a lot of firearms reviews and maintenance videos and cleaning videos, and it's really not that often that I show off the outdoor gear that I actually use. I've got a lot of it, and one of the reasons why I wanted to show off the boots that you see right here is because, well, for one thing, these boots are still in production, and two, because these boots have recently turned 10 years old. You see, I bought these boots before I went on my first deer hunt in the fall of 2011, and it was one of those situations where I had no work boots, I had no outdoor equipment at all. The weather was supposed to be fairly warm that season of firearm in Nebraska, which happens sometimes, so I didn't need a heavy-duty insulated pair of boots. And so, like most guys living in rural Nebraska and gals, I went to the local farm supply store to see what they had in stock. And for $89.99, I picked up these Wolverine Wellingtons. They're just called Wolverine Wellington boots. No fancy names, nothing too crazy about them. We'll go through all the features of the boots, the pros and the cons, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, do I recommend them, what do you need to know if you buy them, sizes, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, even though it's been 10 years, I'm happy to report that you can still buy these boots from the Wolverine website for $89.99. They got a list price of $115. All right, so what's some of the essentials? What do you need to know? It says that they are straightforward and functional. The Wellington work boot is ready for slick surfaces and it's slip-resistant outsole. And we'll talk about that particular part in just a moment. The slip-on comforts hardworking feet with its flexible construction and cushioning footbed. You've got premium nubuck suede leather upper. Classic Goodyear welt construction is sturdy and flexible, and I believe it can be repaired by a cobbler if you need to, if the boots would happen to fall apart, which mine have not. Unlined for instant comfort, a removable full cushion molded EVA foam footbed molds to your foot, slip-resistant rubber midsole grips the ground, and finally a lightweight nylon shank fights fatigue. Now, just to answer the question right now, you can get these in a steel-toed variant for $120. They are available in wide or standard width and then also extra wide, which is a good thing. Like I said, you can actually order these directly from Wolverine online, which is cool. And Wolverine's been out for a long time. They're kind of a nice, kind of lower priced option. In terms of boots, you can spend whatever you want on boots anymore. And I've always found the Wolverine boots to be of a really good value. Now, when you're talking the soft toe, non-steel toe boot, you are looking at sizes that range from 7 to 14. They've got a variety of half sizes that are available, and also, like I said before, medium and extra wide. Now, if you need to go steel toe, and this might just be a supply and demand thing on the website, you have less size selection, but you still have many of options available to you. They do go from size 7 to size 14, and also medium and extra wide. And I noticed that a few of the sizes that were out the other day when I was on the website are now back in stock. They do get they only get about 4 stars on the Wolverine website, and there's a few issues that these boots do have, but it's really not enough that affects the overall performance of the boot. All right, so what does a 10-year-old work boot looks like? So when I was a homeowner and living out in rural Nebraska, there was a lot of stuff that I did outdoors, and these would be my go-to boots, whether I was working on the car or cutting down branches or just stalking game and whatnot. Great boots, not warm, not insulated, just keep that in mind, but you can wear a nice pair of wool socks with them, and they're not too tight down in the footbed. So let's just take a look at the leather, and you can see how it's aged over the years. Again, you can tell they're definitely broken, and they were straight and upright when I first bought them. Getting caught on things. My cat used to chew on them all the time. She loved them. Check out the back here, lots of scuffs and stuff. Now, to keep these water resistant or as waterproof as possible, I recommend that you hit them with a silicone spray like maybe Camp Dry. I would hit these with a coat of it about once a year, 2 coats of it every year, and that would take care of me to get through the spring and stuff. They will start to soak through if you're going through like heavy dude grass if you don't do any kind of cleaner on them. They do dry out well, but that's something you need to keep in consideration. They're better as a dry boot more than anything. Check out the soles here to see how they're aging well, kind of smoothing out a little bit. But the tread, still plenty of tread left on them. Now it says, slip resistant, oil resistant. They don't break down from chemicals and so on. You can see how I walk and stuff when I wear them. The only problem I really have with these things is if you're going to wear these on ice, you need some sort of pull-on cleats that you can wear, and I've got some of those also. They're like a rubber stretchy cleat that you pop on them, and they will give you all the traction you need in the ice because these things do not have good traction in the ice. You can go through the snow, no problems whatsoever, but when it comes to ice, yeah, these are not what I would say a heavy winter boot, but just overall, the fact that they've held up so well, the leather hasn't broken open, the soles and the heels and so on, they haven't had any issues, they're not cracking. I've actually had work boots before where they split in the front here. One thing about the steel toe boot, if you get that, you do get the steel toe. The steel toes do have a nylon shank, which is basically a piece of material that runs below the footbed, and that gives you some rigidity. The nylon is nice because it's flexible. The problem is that it doesn't give you any penetration protection from sharp objects like nails. So even though you've got the steel-toed version going on, you don't have a steel shank, which a true industrial work boot will have, that'll protect your foot from sharp objects going up through the rubber. So if you step on a nail or a piece of steel that would normally penetrate through the rubber, having the steel shank there is going to stop it, but having a nylon, it's going to offer you a minimal amount of protection. All right, now cons. I don't know if you can see this. We might have to grab the camera and take it upright. So they're wearing pretty well. One of the cons, I wish they were American made, but they're not. They're made in China. I don't know if Wolverine makes boots in the United States or not. They might have a more expensive line you can get. Can you see in there? I don't know if we can see in there. Let me grab a flashlight real quick and we'll show you what's going on. So this is a complaint that people have about these boots. Right here in the back, there's this piece of plastic. It's like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a piece of vinyl maybe. And mine is basically cracked and split open, and there's kind of a liner material that's in there. So this does not rub on my socks. This does not cause any issues at all, but it's kind of annoying that they've broken apart. This started happening just a few months after I started wearing them. And some people have complained about that, but again, it doesn't cause any abrasiveness on the back. I can wear these all day, and my Achilles does not get torn up by that. So it's just a soft material, but it is kind of annoying. Also, the EVA foot liner that's in there, the molded cushy part, I did put an aftermarket one in there with a little more arch support. So if you're somebody that needs ortholic inserts or somebody that has like aftermarket insoles, you definitely want to invest in a set. I just got some cheap ones from Walmart that were 15 bucks a pair, dropped them in there, and I've been using them for years. And to be honest with you, other cons, they are a leather boot, so breathing wise, your feet can get sweaty, so you really want to watch your choice of socks, especially if you're working in a hot, humid environment. But I'm telling you, all day comfort, once they break in, which takes a few months of wear, they are awesome, man. You can slip them on, slip them off. They're the only pair of, I don't want to say Western style boots, but the only real style of boots that I have of this type, short of my snow boots. And I really think that they do provide a lot of value. For 90 bucks, they've held up well. And like I said, I've been running these for over 10 years, and hopefully I can get another 10 out of them. I've even thought about maybe buying a new pair to have a little bit nicer looking pair. But these are so well broken in and so comfortable, there's a reason for me to get rid of them. All right, guys, so that basically wraps up my 10-year review of the Wolverine Wellington boot. A very simple boot. You can buy a lot of these at your farm supply stores, like I bought these at Orscheln's. I didn't even know that Wolverine had a website online. They probably had them online back in the day, but sometimes those stores have good deals and coupons and stuff, and you can get better prices on them. But for $89, like I said, they've held up well, and I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of them, which is what I want in a product. So anyway, guys, this is Travis P11. Mash that bell, like, and subscribe. Why don't you maybe leave down below some feedback you guys have if you guys are Wolverine boot fans, or what's your go-to for work boots? I know Red Wing is a popular brand. My dad, who spent 40 years working in a beef packing plant, used to wear lacrosse work boots all the time to work. Me, I've actually done Doc Martens before when I was working in the same plant because they were super comfortable and they were available with a steel toe. But anyway, guys, that's it. Please like and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out my podcast called Caliber Corner, which we feature Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time. We talk guns and ammo. But in the meantime, guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. Hey, take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.